Welcome along to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore as we get set to take in a fixture which will play an important role in determining the fate of the finalists from last season's competition. The Lion City Sailors, in a fight for survival, will be coming up against a formidable Persib Bandung of Indonesia. It is matchday 5 of the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season. This game is taking place in Group G of the East region. Persib are unbeaten, top of the group, a point ahead of Bangkok United. A draw for Persib tonight will seal their place in the next round. For the Lion City Sailors in third, they have to win to keep themselves alive in the competition. It is a warm, humid evening in Singapore, an aspect of the game that Persib's players and coaching staff have had to take into consideration, with them coming from cooler and less humid conditions in Bandung, the capital of West Java, about 150 kilometers southeast of Jakarta. It's a city which sits on a plateau surrounded by mountains, giving it cooler weather than many other Indonesian towns. The humidity especially can be tricky to deal with, and the weather here has been on the minds of some of the players in anticipation of this key game in the group. Although it is something that these Persib Bandung players will have faced on their travels on the domestic front and also from their trip here to Singapore in last season's tournament. We do have a later kickoff time for this game as well. The sun is done with its shift on this side of the world. Floodlights rather than sunlight. Something which does help make the conditions a little friendlier for a game of football. There is Bart Ramselaar in the stands watching on. He is out of the match day squad, not fit enough to make it into the team for this evening. He will be a miss. It still is a very talented Lion City Sailors squad. Rui Perez in there, Song Eok, the Singapore international. The squad is littered with talent, as is the one on the other side of that tunnel. Mark Klopp with the captain's armband. And behind him in the yellow goalkeeper's jersey, Teja Pakualam. Beckham Putra, number 7, also getting an opportunity from the start this evening. And they've got plenty of quality up front. William Barrios, Berginho, and Andrew Jung. The number 90, right at the back of your screen. He's been in hot goal scoring form for Persib Bandung. This is the 4th meeting between the clubs over the last 2 editions of the AFC Champions League Two. They were grouped together last season as well, and while the Lion City Sailors would go on to finish top of the group and go on a spectacular run in the competition, it was Persib who would come out on top in the head-to-heads with a draw and a win from their 2 games against each other. A 1-1 draw at home was followed by a stunning 3-2 comeback win for the Indonesian side here in Singapore. That match was played at Jalan Besar Stadium last season on match day 4. In amongst that group of players, Tom Hay, Indonesia international, one of the new signings that Persib Bandung have brought in for this campaign, will bring a lot of quality along with him, having just come from the Eredivisie in the Netherlands. Tom Hay is one of those players who has been slowly getting adjusted to the heat and humidity out here in Southeast Asia. And last season's match day 4, 3-2 win for Persib Bandung. It was the Indonesian side who needed the victory to keep themselves in the running for qualification to the round of 16. They were 2-0 down until the 81st minute, and David da Silva pulled one back to give them hope, and it was something they used as a platform late on with 2 goals from Matteo Kochian and Tyrone in the 3rd and 5th minutes of added time to pull themselves back into the competition with that dramatic win. It was ultimately a poor campaign with a group stage exit for them last season, but they contributed to an AFC Champions League Two classic with that performance. A vastly different story for Persib Bandung and the Lion City Sailors this time round. The Indonesian champions have been excellent in the group stage. They are yet to be defeated. 3 wins and a draw from their 4 matches. And the only side to have taken points from them are their opposition tonight. The Sailors picking up a solid 1-0 draw on their trip to Bandung once again, just like they did almost a year ago. They travelled to Persib on match day 1. Sadil Ramdhani gave Persib the lead before the Lion City Sailors fought back and scored a late equaliser through Lennart T. Now, Persib were disappointed with that draw, but it hasn't affected them at all. 3 wins from the last 3 games in this group, and they are on the brink of a much-desired place in the round of 16. A matchday 2 win against Bangkok United and consecutive victories against Selangor on matchday 3 and 4 have put them in a strong position to qualify for the next stage of the competition. That matchday 4 success against Selangor was special as well. It was yet another comeback win. Persib once more 2 goals down at the half-time break. They scored 3 goals in the second 45 through Andrew Jung and a brace from Adam Alis to pick up another 3 points on the road in brilliant fashion. They're close to completing the first part of their journey through this competition and now need just a point to accomplish that. The Lion City Sailors, on the other hand, have it all to do to keep their campaign going and to realize their dreams of progressing into the next round. Haris Harun, who would have been back for suspension for this fixture, also not available in the matchday squad. Sitting right beside Mark Ramsala. They are also missing Bailey Wright, who is suspended for this one. So 3 big players for the Lion City Sailors unable to make it for this fixture. Wonderful atmosphere here at Bishan Stadium. Sold out at capacity. Let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with the Lion City Sailors. They have made 2 changes from the last outing in this competition. Song Eui-yong comes into the side in place of Bailey Wright, who is suspended for this fixture after collecting 3 yellow cards. Shaul Anwar is given a start tonight as well. He replaces Bart Ramsala, who isn't fit enough to make the matchday squad. Some good news for the home side in terms of personnel is the availability of Maxime Lestienne, who is back on the bench and ready to step in if required. Match officials are all from Bahrain. The referee for this game is the hugely experienced Ahmad Ibrahim Mahfoud. He is back in familiar territory, having refereed last season's final, which took place right here at Bishan. The assistant referees tonight were also involved in that final, Muhammad Jafar Salman and Abdullah Saleh Al-Rawaimi. 4th official is Ismail Habib Ali. This is the starting lineup for Persib Bandung. The away side have been flying through this competition, so Boyan Hodak is understandably sticking with the players who have been delivering. He has made just 1 change from the side that was involved in that excellent comeback win against Selangor on matchday 4. Beckham Putra picks up a start tonight. He comes into the side in place of Luciano Goikechea, who is on the bench. Andrew Jung leading the line for Persib again, and he'll be looking to add to his tally of 3 goals in this season's competition. Teja Paku Alam has been keeping Adam Prisbeck out of the side for Persib Bandung this season. The defenders have spoken about how comfortable they are playing with Teja Paku Alam. Lennart T, Anderson Lopez, Shaul Anwar, the front 3 for the Lion City Sailors, need to find a way past him at least once this evening and keep that clean sheet intact. Final words of encouragement from Mark Klock, captain of Persib Bandung. A solid central midfielder. There's Leonard T. He's been in good goal-scoring form for the Lion City Sailors. Anderson Lopez has 4 goals in this competition. They'll be looking for him to fire tonight. Welcome along to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore. We take in this fixture, a key fixture in the group, and one which will play an important role in determining the fate of the finalists from last season's competition, the Lion City Sailors. They come up against Persib Bandung of Indonesia, who have been so strong in this edition of AFC Champions League Two. This contest taking place in Group G. Persib Bandung come here to Singapore needing just a point to go through. The Lion City Sailors under Alexander Rankovic need a win to stay alive in this competition. Rankovic taking charge of his 91st match as head coach of the Lion City Sailors. Persib straight away on the attack, playing in blue, going from right to left on your screens. First shot comes in from Beckham. To have a spell of possession for the Lion City Sailors, playing in white, going from left to right. There is Boyan Hodak. It's also his 91st match as head coach of Persib Bandung. Hired in July of 2023, around the same time as Rankovic was for the Singapore side. What an impact both coaches have made at their clubs. Hodak, a 54-year-old, hugely experienced, especially when it comes to football in this part of the world. Coached at Kuala Lumpur FC, Johor Darul Takzim and Kelantan in Malaysia. Also led Kuala Lumpur City FC to the AFC Cup final in 2022. He is a serial winner. Here's Hodak, 10 domestic top-flight titles across Malaysia, Indonesia and Cambodia. Also a central defender back in his playing days. Played in Singapore for Balestier Central and Jurong FC. Both coaches, former players. Rankovic was a midfielder. Dutch football. The home side looking at a potential group stage exit if they don't collect maximum points tonight. Much more challenging season for them this time around. Had a good start away in Bandung, followed by an impressive 4-2 win at home against Selangor. Sailors then came up against their bogey side, Bangkok United, on match day 3 and 4. Back-to-back losses for the Singapore champions. Let's put them on the precipice. Continental campaign on the ropes. Pressure very much on the home side tonight. This is a must-win game for them. There's Song Yi-young. Costa loves getting forward down the left. Good contribution with his delivery into the area. It was a decent early ball into the box for Leonard T. He's going to get on to the end of this, that one. Nice late run on the blind side of the defender. Just drifts in behind Julio Cesar, the number 4 for Persib Bandung. Run was attracted by Mark Klock. Taking a touch, would have been in. Would have been big trouble for Persib. Here's Beckham. Reinders. Beckham Putra. Hey. Used to be sitting at the base of that midfield. Onto Burquinho. That right half space. Frans Putros on the overlap. Cross is blocked by Costa. In possession. Cesar. Frans Putros, who's incredibly versatile and gives Boyan Hodak lots of options with his tactical approach. It is something that Hodak loves, players who are able to succeed in different parts of the pitch. Reinders is another one of those. Very versatile, can play it right back or in one of those wing positions. And he's pushed on. Top of the box. Here's Berginho. Tries to get away from Ndenge. Darkovic, need to get a touch on that. Matricardi. Berginho picks up the loose ball, goes back to Tom Hay. Starts playing with Almere City in the Eredivisie. Came to the end of his contract, picked up by Persib Bandung. Reinders on the overlap. Lovely pass from William Barrios to Reinders. Gets past one, puts a dangerous ball into the area. Costa right in front of that header from Berginho. Persib saying there was a handball. The referee wasn't convinced. No VAR in this stage of the competition. It's line of time. Shawal, one of the Singapore international side, had secured qualification to the AFC Asian Cup in 2027 recently. Scored a goal against Hong Kong, China in that 2-1 win for Singapore. Massive win for the country, one which hopefully give the nation a big boost when it comes to the game. In fact, Alexander Rankovic was asked about that, and he's also someone who hopes that it can give the game here a lift. So we have a look back at this chance for Berginho. Lovely delivery from Reinders, struck it onto his left. Costa right in the way. Couldn't quite see from that replay if it come off his arm. I think it's off the top of his head. Persib Bandung, back-to-back champions of Indonesia. An impressive title win last season, following on from their championship win in the prior campaign as well, qualifying for consecutive editions of this tournament. They lost just 3 games in the league on their way to the title last season. Looking for a hat-trick of domestic championships, although they will have some catching up to do. Borneo FC currently flying at the top of the Indonesian Super League, having won all 11 of their league matches so far. Persib a third, 11 points behind Borneo, with the game in hand. As Hay, distribution in the middle of the park. Out to Putros. And there's Ndenge. That's the legs to work in central midfield alongside Rui Perez. Two pretty defensive players in the middle of the park that the Lion City Sailors have. Not the most expressive in possession. Ndenge dropping into that back line. The Sailors going to make it a back 5, and they don't have it. More appeals for a penalty. And ignored by the referee. Ramazman is cutting across the run of William Barros. Just looking at Song Hee-yong then, thinking Kuriev actually been a little bit quicker to close Berginho down. There's a longer pass, decent behind, lovely first touch! And they found the breakthrough, the Lion City Sailors! Another big goal scored by Leonard T in AFC Champions League 2. Brilliantly timed run by the 33-year-old German forward. He scored big goals for the Lion City Sailors in the competition last season against Sanfrecce and Sydney in the knockout stage. He's on hand to contribute here. What is massive game for the Singapore side. A great run, a brilliant touch. No No issues with the first touch this time around, and no issues with the finish. That's lifted over Teja Pakualam, who was left stranded by his defensive line. Milan City Sailors with the lead. Just like what happened at Jalan Besar last season. Went 2 goals up, Persib with the comeback. That's a great run in! Once more taking care of Ndenge with that pace that he has, Berguinho. All the way to the byline, the 28-year-old Brazilian with that acceleration. Ndenge couldn't deal with it. It was the right idea, looking for the cutback. Jung was well placed, but Datkovic it's also positioned nicely to put that one out. Set piece to defend. Which will be taken by Tom Hay. They've got good height in this side, Persib Bandung. Tricardi, Julio Cesar, and there William Barrios makes a run for the short corner. Change up in the routine, it's Franz Boutro. Oh, so it's in! A quick equalizer! And Persib are level. Such a well-worked set-piece routine by Persib Bandung. A short corner routine, and it's just the placement. Don't think he caught it as cleanly as he would have liked, but it was enough. He got the direction spot on, just rolled all the way in off the post. Sailors getting caught out. Why that set-piece routine? .32-year-old Iraqi international Franz Boutros, 25 caps for Iraq. He was part of the squad in the last edition of the AFC Asian Cup. In Aarhus, Denmark, where he spent most of his career, and he topped 2 divisions before moving to Port FC to play in the Thai League. Spent 3 years there before joining Persib. Scored a goal against Milan City Sailors in a 5-2 group stage defeat in December of last year while he was playing for Port FC. And hoping that his goal this time around means he'll be on the winning side. Here's Tom Hay. Sailors sitting back in that 5-4-1. Persib comfortable in possession. There's Akram Azman. City Sailors again looking for these longer passes over the top. Lopez trying to show his pace. Pakualam deals with that. 31-year-old who has been with Persib since 2020. Boyan Hodak will be delighted with the response of his side. A combination of Klopp and Teja Pakualam getting that clear. So this will be taken by Akram Azman. Enough distance, get it away by Eliano Reinders, and then flicked on by Beka Putra. It's going to be a booking for Lionel Dahn for that foul on Andrew Jung. Incredible atmosphere here at Bishan Stadium. Had his sleeve tucked as well. He's just had his arm across the neck of Jung. just picked up by the referee. He's going to have to be careful now, is Lionel Tan. 27 caps for Singapore. It's his third season with the Lion City Sailors. Spent 3 campaigns with another Singapore club called Hougang United, making his 22nd AFC Club competition appearance. Wanted a free kick for handball. It's been given eventually. The official took his time. The awarding of that free kick. Persib Bandung in great form coming into this game. They've won 7 matches and have kept 6 clean sheets in that run. Berginho looking for Young. Perez with the interception to Costa. Hay in the way. Headed to clock. Berginho. As Putros crashes his cross against Costa for the throw. Persib's last outing prior to this match was a 1-0 win against Dewa United in the domestic league. Lion City Sailors, on the other hand, haven't been in action since their 2-1 loss to Bangkok United on matchday 4 of this competition. They've had 3 weeks to stew over that result. Time for reflection, recovery, and to plan a revival. Try to turn their form in this tournament around. A challenge from Costa. There's a little bit of confusion initially, but that's been cleared up. The assistant had flagged for offside. The referee initially blew because he thought there was a foul committed by Costa. It's pointed the other way, so it's going to go to the Lion City Sailors. Berginho is in some pain, in need of treatment. Costa in the picture. We're going to take another look at the penalty appeals for what Persib said was a handball. Oh, indeed, they were right. I thought it came off his head, but that's a great replay angle. They should have perhaps had a penalty. Costa getting away with that one. The broadcast crew doing a great job to pick that one out. Lion City Sailors fans perhaps won't be too happy seeing a replay of that. You can imagine perhaps the Persib fans feel a little bit of injustice as well. Arm was extended away from the body, so it should have been a penalty. Wasn't given, but ultimately sides level, so we move on. And Berginho should be okay to come back in. Played most of his professional career in the lower divisions of Brazilian football before his move to Indonesia. Formerly with the Borneo FC, joined Persib in July on a 2-year deal. Celebrated his birthday on the same day that the Lion City Sailors played Bangkok United on matchday 4. He's been an excellent signing for the club. Costa forced away by Berginho. Starkovic to Lionel Tan. Try and squeeze it into that channel for Song Yong. Good reading in midfield by Clock. Home side back in possession. This time he finds a pass into that channel for Lopez. There's the Up, back and through. Shawwal with a comeback to D. Encouraging for the Lion City Sailors. Patient in possession. And Lopez being the link player. Bouncing it into Perez. Just helped it forward to Shawwal. He's able to find Lenati. Tough one for Lenati to do too much with. He did have Julio Cesar standing right in front of him. Joined Lion City Sailors in May of 2024 after 6 campaigns in Dutch football. Lenati, 4 of them with PC Zwolle, 2 with Sparta Rotterdam. He was there at Sparta at the same time as Alexander Rankovic, who was the assistant manager at the club. Jung taken down. This time by Rui Pires. Booking for Pires as well. Made his 50th appearance for the Lion City Sailors recently. Susak just getting red under pressure. 28-year-old made a crucial late save against Persib in the first meeting between these sides. Standing at just over 2 meters tall, Susak. Rankovic not too pleased. Rankovic has spoken about quite a bit in the build-up to this game. Spoken about how he feels his side has been a little bit unfortunate in this competition. He thinks the performances in general have been good. They just haven't been able to make the most of their chances. Jung going down, and this time there's cries to the referee being ignored. Costa not impressed with the Jung. What he thought was a French player going down too easily. Hey, Matricardi seeing another ball in midfield is Tom Hay. Dengue dropping into that back line. When they have it, he'll push into midfield. This is what we see from the Lion City Sailors in this competition, especially this season. In the last campaign, they went all the way into the final. It was a little bit more structured 5-4-1, and that they wouldn't have one of the center defenders going into midfield areas. Dankovic, as he's done this campaign as well, would step out with the ball. That ability to ping passes from a deeper position. It's that ball into Lopez. Closed down well by Matricardi. Well done. Nudged off it by Jung. Not physical enough. Here's Beckham. William Barros. Reinders. Beckham. We'll just look to recycle all the way through, play back, start again. Hay. Reinders. Again, getting plenty of time and space in central midfield is Tom Hay. Got a 3 against 2 in those central areas, which makes it difficult for Perez and Song to try and close in on Hay, especially when he's in deeper areas of that midfield. It just gives him that time to get his head up and dictate the tempo of play for Persib. There's Beckham. Lovely move by Persib. Akram, he was hoping for his goalkeeper to come and help. Just panicked a little bit, Akram Azman. And perhaps didn't feel that there was enough pace on that pass from Beckham to go all the way out for a goal kick. And you can see Lionel Tan saying to Ivan Susak as well, come out and take some responsibility, help ease the pressure. So another corner conceded. In by Tom Hay. No damage done. Set piece on this occasion. Matricardi off balance as he made contact with that. City Sailors in general have been on the domestic front at least, putting in some good results, some decent performances. Perfect start for them, 5 wins from 5. Just found it difficult at times to make that step up in this competition against higher level opposition. Change Persib Bandung side, brought in plenty of quality to make sure that they're not just competitive and challenging for another title on the domestic front, and they're able to go on and make an impact in AFC Champions League Two as well. Here's Clock. Hey, from range, taking a deflection. Straight down the middle. Easy for Susak. Tom Hay was a Netherlands youth international from under 15 to under 21 level. Played almost all of his career in the Netherlands. Indonesia international with 17 appearances for them since making his debut on the 26th of March. Last year against Vietnam in the second round of AFC Asian World Cup qualifying. Siendenge, 28-year-old. One of the new signings for the Lion City Sailors. He's played for Grasshoppers in the Swiss top flight. Akram into Song. Lopez, the outlet from the back once more. Perez. Dengue. Costa. Fouled by Berginho. Interesting to see the Lion City Sailors players not putting any pressure on the referee to award a yellow card here to Berginho. Well, it's not necessarily what you want to see from players surrounding the referee, but it is, from a professional perspective, part of the game. We saw it from a couple of Persib players going to the referee and just having a word. You can make a good argument there that perhaps Berginho should have been booked. Costa taking it around him. Pretty cynical. Berginho knew exactly what he was doing. Can they put quality into the box? Dengue for now, standing in an offside position. Costa with the delivery, too close to Raja Pakualam. Reinders. There's Berginho. Plenty of pace to burn. There's the number 97 for Persib. Jonathan getting some help from Darkovic. So quickly down the other end from a situation in which they were under pressure, Persib. They've counted straight down the left, Reinders and Berginho winning a corner. Change up in the corner routine again. Clark with the shot. Contact wasn't good enough. T with the first block. Beckham with the cross. And that will go out for a throw-in of Lionel Tan. It is Beckham Putra. How it's said in Indonesia, Beckham, not Beckham. 24-year-old Beckham Putra, who's Persib Bandung youth player. Made his professional debut at 17. Back on Julio Cesar. Referee plays the advantage. Here's William Barros. Slices that one out for a goal kick. 30-year-old Julio Cesar is clutching his ankle. Really taking their time here in these situations, Persib Bandung, and can understand it. There was a little bit of a late challenge from Costa, but again, not quite enough for him to go down and stay down as long as he has. Cesar, who's another new signing, has already become a key member of the squad. Joined in July after a short spell in Thailand with Chiang Rai United. Song Yong does well to hang on to it. Shawal. Dengue. Into Lopez. It's proven to be a very good outlet for the central defender, Mr. Lopez. It's been fizzed into him and he's been able to make it stick for the most part. As that energy from central midfield that Clock brings. Good run into space, another great ball into the area. Switch out to Costa. And run well tracked by William Barros, showing that he's not just effective going forward, also works hard defensively. 6 goals in 10 Indonesian Super League appearances for Persib Bandung this season. 31-year-old William Barros, who played in Kuwait prior to his move to Persib. Also played in Saudi Arabia for a couple of seasons before that. Free kick to the Lion City Sailors. played straight into the box by Song Young. As an option for a short pass initially. There's another one here with Perez just dropping in line. He's looking to go straight into the box. Costa picks up the loose ball. He was fouled. Experienced player, Tom Hay, very strong in those central positions. You see the arm across from Costa. It's on a 5-year contract with the Lion City Sailors, Diogo Costa. Yet to pick up an assist in this season's competition is Costa. Into this fixture. Though overall, he has been a chance creation machine for the Lion City Sailors. 14 assists in 31 appearances for them. Picked up 4 assists in 7 AFC Champions League 2 appearances last season. Line of time, bit of hesitation. But a few shouts from his teammates and from the crowd. Perez. Datkovic. Nice spell of possession for the home side. They've been under quite a bit of pressure. Dragged to the ground by Clock. He's got it away without a talking to. Dan picks it up off D. He's got Lopez inside. Flag has gone up. Might just have strayed into an offside position. Anderson Lopez. Well, this time around it was Leonard D who was providing the option. Well, that pass from the back line. Very clearly, Lopez in an offside position as he receives. Has been a bit of an adjustment period for Anderson Lopez. Great goal scorer at Asian level, and when he was playing in Japan, Yokohama Marinos, that's got goals for the Lion City Sailors, but his overall play is thrown about a few questions about his ability to adjust. Good pressure on Costa by William Barros. Beckham has given goal. Young with a great ball in. Needed to be touched out for a corner by Akram Asman. That's the sort of defending you want to see from Akram Asman. Bailing his side out. It's give and go. Lovely ball into the 6-yard box, and you can see what Ivan Susak thinks of that clearance. Akram Asman showing his appreciation for his defender's efforts. Hey, Tan with the header. It's going to come out to Reinders. Emiliano Reinders, his brother Tijani, plays for Manchester City in the English Premier League. Berginho, Dankovic, good flick away, finds Shawal Anwar, hooks it up into the night sky. Tricky for Franz Boutros, but it stays in play. A few laughs from the crowd, but possession will be kept by the away side. Here's Beckham. Hey. Beckham Putra. Good strong challenge by Akram Asman. Opportunity for the Sailors on the break. They are dangerous in these moments. Pass from Lopez, it's just behind D. Has to hold it up, kills the momentum. Persib can get back. Costa floats it in, looking for Akram. It's going to fall to Song. It's Song Yong. Not far off. Gave Teja Pakuala something to think about. First header from Beckham Putra. Does have a good strike from range, Song Yong. Capable of getting the goals from midfield. He just found that gap between Klopp and Cesar. Just curled wide. The 32-year-old Singapore midfielder celebrated his 32nd birthday earlier this month on the 8th. Born and raised in Korea Republic. Moved to Singapore as an 18-year-old. Started his professional career with Home United here in the country. He's also played in Indonesia with Persebaya. Came back to the Lion City Sailors early last year. Received his Singapore citizenship in August of 2021 and has been a very valuable part of the Singapore side. Scored a couple of really important goals against India in the AFC Asian Cup qualifying campaign. Teja Pakuala back in the here and now, AFC Champions League 2 at Bishan Stadium. Let's head towards half-time. Lion City Sailors need the win tonight to stay in the competition. A draw will do for Persib Bandung. Plenty of football left to be played. Takes it off Dankovic. It's the lift one this time, Lionel Tan. I think he'll say he didn't quite have enough movement in front of him. Perhaps should have been a little bit more patient in that situation. Saw a blue shirt. I decided to just get red. No need for the Lion City Sailors just yet to take too many risks. Perez. And again, kept on by T. Lopez, foul by Matricardi. Able to do too much damage with their free kicks. A little bit further out. Well, there might be a change in the setup here. Shawal Anwar is hugging the touchline, staying very wide. This is going to go into the box. Good strong defensive header by Young. Textbook really. Out to the side. It's height and distance. Even better, it's been collected by a player in a blue shirt. Not for long, though. There's Song. Costa. As Lopez Lopez over his head. Falls for T. He's lost his balance. Trying his luck. Hoping the referee would whistle for a free kick. William. Attempted a clearance. Finds its way to Eliano Reinders. Trying to get it into Beckham Putra. Miss kick by the Persib left back. Clock. Space now for Burguinho to work with. Persib Bandung with 6 shots in this first half, 3 of them on target. Man City Sailors with 41% possession, managing just 3 shots, 1 of them on target. The goal scored by Leonard T. Minimum of 2 minutes added on. Lopez goes all on his own. That should be gathered comfortably by Teja Pakualam. Clock. Matricardi just took his eyes off the ball. Normally a lot more reliable in possession. Patricio Matricardi, the Argentinian central defender, he reacts quickly, puts it out for another throw-in. Another one has been a regular in the side this season. Argentinos Juniors youth product, Matricardi. It's the same club that produced Diego Maradona. He made his debut there. Club that also developed Roman Riquelme and Fernando Redondo. Final time. Chupeta with the long throw this time. Perez, and all. Referee plays the advantage. It's Costa with the drive. Cesar on the way. And Dengue. Tarkovic peels away from his marker. Caught in 2 minds. Sailor central defender. Thought about a shot. And then he thought about a pass into Shawal Anwar. Final act of this first half. Chances for both of these sides, majority of them going to the away team though. Persib Bandung. Leonard T getting the first goal of this match in the 9th minute. A lovely, well-timed run in behind at Indonesian defense. Good first touch and a fine finish to give the Lion City Sailors a dream start in a match that they need to win. It wasn't a lead that lasted very long. Franz Putros, just 2 minutes after that, in the 11th, getting his first goal in this season's AFC Champions League 2 campaign. Off a set-piece routine from the training ground. Put that one away very nicely to get the equalizer. At half-time here at Bishan Stadium, it's the Lion City Sailors 1, Persib 1.
Still the Skytrax 5-star area. Also our best. Remember the partners who love the best possible. Thank you for flying with us. And for voting, deeply voted because of you. Everyone's crazy about football. Boxing, that's a never-ending game of series. One wrong move, game over. Tennis, marathon with a racket. And when it goes wrong, you become your own worst enemy. I came for football, I stay for more.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. For this trail, boys, let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
Persib Bandung 1.
Welcome back to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore for this AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 Group G fixture between the Lion City Sailors and Persib Bandung. It's Singapore against Indonesia, 1-1 coming into this second half. Leonard T, the number 9, with the first goal of this match, scored in the 9th minute. It's his third of the competition. Wasn't a lead that lasted very long. Franz Putros getting his first of this season's campaign with the equalizer in the 11th minute of a very well-worked corner routine. The Lion City Sailors need maximum points tonight to stay alive in the competition. Finalists last season lost to they don't find at least another goal to take the win. For Persib Bandung, a point will do. That will seal progression into the next round. We're back underway. It's the Lion City Sailors playing in white, going from right to left. Against Persib Bandung in the blue. On the left side of your screens. The away team have dominated possession, created more chances. 6 of them for Persib Bandung in the first half, 3 of those efforts on target. And straight away into the opposition area. Akram Azman blocks that attempted cross from Berginho. Shawal Anwar, captaining the Lion City Sailors this evening. Now missing Bailey Wright, who is suspended for this contest. Bart Ramsala and Haris Haruna also out. Maxime Lestien is recently returning from injury. He is available on the bench. It's Tom Hay. An intelligent ball this time. Susak is quicker off his line to claim. Ricardi sends it forward, and Dengate wins that header up against Beckham Putra. Perez. Shawal. Quite take a pass out into Song Yong. As Hay. Lots of space to work with in central midfield again. Putros strides forward. As William Barros on the outside, gives it to William. First time ball is a good one for Young. A hesitation from Akram Azman. Berginho was almost in. Lionel Tan with an important header away. And Dengate. German youth international. Looking for another German youth international in Leonard T. There's Costa. He delivers quality. And in behind the run of Leonard T. Hammered out for a throw-in by Matricardi. Stan into Lopez. It's been an interesting combination. Final Tan into Anderson Lopez. It's been taken away by Reinders. Beckham Putra. Lovely ball in behind for Andrew Jung. Only has Beckham in the box. Jung gets it back to Beckham. And straight into the body of Akram Asman. He collects. Reinders. Burguinho on the outside. 4 blue shirts in the area to aim for. Costa heads it down. Reinders with the effort. Costa again in the way. Good start to the second half from Persib. A couple of opportunities already created. First 3 minutes of this second period. Good shape on that cross in. Costa, 2 important headers. Second one, deflecting it over. They've been very creative with their set pieces, Persib. Straightforward delivery. Flicked on in the near post by William. Costa. Lionel Tan making the run ahead of him. A few white shirts surging forward. Wasn't the right pass. Goes straight to Beckham Putra. Does enough to get it into Hay. William reverses it into Klopp. Nothing pass from Klopp. Just indicating to Burguinho that he thought he was making the run from outside in. 32-year-old central midfielder Mark Klok. Was born in Amsterdam and began his career in Utrecht. He's played in Bulgaria, Scotland and England before moving to Indonesia all the way back in 2017 to play for PSM Makassar. Spent 3 years there. And then some time at Persija before joining Persib in June of 2021. Pretty brave, making the move from Persija to Persib. 2 big rivals in Indonesian football. Much loved by Persib Bandung fans, of course. Burguinho. Beckham. Not a bad idea from Beckham Putra. Intent was right. Persib Bandung, one of Indonesian football's bigger clubs. Before their recent back-to-back league titles. Also won the 2014 Indonesian Super League and the 94-95 Liga Indonesia Premier Division title. So 5 Perserikatan titles, and those Perserikatan titles were from an era when national amateur football competitions in Indonesia were held between 1931 and 1994 for the formation of Liga Indonesia. Dengue on its way through, but it was Anderson Lopez who was fouled. And there's a booking for Matricardi. First yellow card for a Persib Bandung player. Persib Bandung actually became the first champions of the newly formed Liga Indonesia Premier Division when they beat Petrokimia Putra 1-0 in the final. Gave them the right to compete at continental level. They reached the quarterfinals of the Asian Club Championship in 1995. It's a club with continental history, pretty decent one. Burguinho. Persib looking to make it into the next stage of this competition. for the first time since 2015, when it was called the AFC Cup. Finished top of the group on that occasion. Lost to Kichi FC of Hong Kong, China in the round of 16. As Jung. Clever ball for Berginho. Slams it off Lionel Tan for another corner. Hear it from the referee telling the players no pushing, no hugging, no holding. That's easy for Sousa. He's waiting for Shawalanwa to make the run. Reinders not distracted by Shawal's movement into an advanced area. Darkovic easily back to Susak. Start to see a point in the second half. The Lion City Sailors will have to push, take a bit more of a gamble. They need that goal. There's Darkovic. Costa. He's in, he's got T in the box, and Lopez. Flag is up for offside. He's looking right across that line. It was a close one. Might just have strayed into an offside position. As it's lifted in behind by Darkovic. But every opportunity they'll get in the second half will try and slow things down, kill the tempo of the contest. Still a long way to go in the second half, but anything they can do to frustrate the home side and their fans have been in good voice. There's William Barros. Jung takes it down well. Clock. Beckham. Hey, good run from deep. Jung with the header! A lovely goal by the Indonesian champions! Delightfully put together by Persib. Stringing passes together, working and opening down the right. Beckham, nice and patient, playing in Tom Hay, whose run from deep wasn't tracked. Chips it into Jung, who is on fire. It's his 4th goal in this season's competition, and all 4 from his last 4 appearances in AFC Champions League Two. Deft finish. Perfect placement by Andrew Jung. There's that go-ahead goal.
Number 90, Andrew Jung.
French target man, born in Remiremont, down in northeastern France. A product of Stade Reims' academy. He never made the breakthrough there in the top flight. Played in the lower divisions of French football and in Ligue 2. Wasn't a prolific scorer at that level. He was playing in the Greek Super League with Crete before his move to Persib at the end of August. What a signing he's been for the club. What kind of response will we get from the Sailors? Looking for a quick one. Bandung, 4 goals in 5 AFC Champions League 2 appearances this season. 4 in his last 4. Also has 3 goals and 2 assists in 6 Indonesia Super League appearances this campaign. Definitely the #1 striker for the Indonesian club. They do have Tanke as well. Can play in that position. Ramon Tanke, though, yet to score since joining Persib. Was some concern, some chatter initially when Andrew Jung signed for the club. As I mentioned earlier, he wasn't exactly a prolific goal scorer in French football, but he's been excellent for Persib Bandung. Scoring another big goal for them. Also scored from the penalty spot at the weekend, their 1-0 win against Dewa United on the domestic front. A part of that 3-2 comeback win. He scored the first goal in that 3-2 win against Selangor on matchday 4. Sailors looking to respond with a couple of changes. Hami Shaheen and Maxime Lestienne getting ready to come in. Dengue. Persib Bandung are going to make 3 changes. Goycochea, Sadil, and the number 98, Ramon, all going to be coming on. So Akram Asman is off. Hami Shaheen is on for the Lion City Sailors. Rui Pires, the defensive midfielder, is off. And Maxime Lestienne, who's such an important player for the Lion City Sailors, is back. Lestienne, who scored a goal in the final last season. He has been the outstanding player for the Lion City Sailors since he's joined the club. Just returning from injury, 33-year-old, the Belgian winger, his 4th season at the club. Beckham looking to try and lift it over Susak from range. Hami Shaheen also on, 27-year-old Singapore international. Another November baby at the club. Celebrated his birthday a couple of weeks ago. Also into his 4th season at the Sailors. Clock. The song. Jung. They've been fouled by Dankovic. Referee doesn't think so. There's Lopez. Lestienne. First involvement for Maxime Lestienne. Has to put in a dangerous ball. It's going to fall to Shaw! There's the equalizer, Maxime Lestienne, with an immediate impact. It was his ball into the box, doing the damage. And the Sailors have their response. Floated in very nicely, and it's a good thing that there wasn't a touch from Leonard T. No question about an offside for Shaolan on the first ball in, but he would have been off had T touched it. It wasn't the case, and he kept his composure, put that away very nicely. Mistake from Putros, punished by Shaolan. First goal for him in this season's competition. Scored 8 for the Sailors on their run to the final. Last time out. So Persib will look to make the triple change now. It's looking like Andrew Jung is going to be coming off. Berginho is also going to be coming off. Andrew Jung, he wasn't happy with what he thought was a foul on him in the lead up to that goal. Sadil Ramon and Goikechea are on for Persib Bandung. Fresh legs and even more quality in that side.
Number 7,
There's Hay. Lovely turn away. Tom Hay with the drive. Dragged wide. Luciano Goikechea on in central midfield alongside Kwok. That looked to be a poor challenge. He just caught Shawal Anwar. Definitely made contact with the ball, but looked like he went right through Shawal.
substitution for Persib Bandung. Second, is replaced by Kate Mitchell.
Yeah, definitely caught Shawal Anwar.
98, Ramon.
Quite fortunate to get away without a booking. Shawal's goal coming in the 62nd minute. So neither side, after having taken the lead, really being able to build on that. 6 minutes after Jung had made it 2-1 for Persib. Shawal Anwar equalising for the Lion City Sailors. Dengue. Costa. William Barros spilled away onto the right-hand side. Allowing Sadil Ramdani to play on the left. Taken by Sadil. Moved in a good pace, too much distance on that one. Very talented Sadil Ramdani. He's got the ability to cause problems with his pace and trickery. Sadil, who scored the opening goal in the 1-1 draw between these sides on match day 1. There he is in possession again. He's actually played most of his club football in Malaysia. Back in Indonesian football after 4 years with Sabah, the Malaysia Super League. Cesar. Franz Boutros. Let's go Goikechea. Sadil. Dangerous ball in. Great save by Sousa. Ronald Danke with the header. Well, the referee is pointing for a goal kick. The Persib players surrounding him. It was quite clearly a save. Referee says it was, initially said it was a goal kick. Now he's made the right call eventually, but this is an extraordinary save by Sousa. So they will get their corner. Ramon Tanque, he thought that was it. He thought that was his moment to score his first goal for Persib Bandung. He scored goals for fun in Cambodia last season with Visaka, 21 goals in 28 appearances. Another absolute giant up front. Tanque, 1.98 meters. In the box with the push on Lionel Tan. Hey, with the cross in, Cesar, header cleared off the line, and Song Yong scrambles it away. There you go, Hami Shaheen, perfectly placed. Get that away, keep the scores level. Almost won back by Lestien. Here's Hay. It's another big burst into the area by Tom Hay. Goikachea. Cousin of Liverpool's Alexis McAllister. Spectacular clearance, comes back their way. Costa has to deal with this. And I don't think he realized that Ramon Tanque had just lost his footing. Had a lot more time there. Turned away very nicely. Not quite sure what he was shouting about. Costa, Tanque was nowhere near him. Fell over himself, lost his balance, and was still there with the appeal, looking for a free kick. Danger from almost out of nowhere. Now that was composed play from Hami Shaheen. Tries to release Lopez, he's in behind. It's Anderson Lopez, and it's Anderson Lopez who gives the Sailors the lead. Fifth goal of this campaign for Anderson Lopez. It all started from this ball into the area. Boyan Horak was fuming at his attackers, not taking the chance, and then Hami Shaheen, with a moment of brilliance, it was his composed play that made it happen for the Lion City Sailors. Took it past the challenge, held on to possession, and played a peach of a pass into the run of Anderson Lopez, who kept his cool to slot it past Teja Pakualam and give the Sailors the lead. Another 3-2 involving Persib Bandung. And this time around, they're on the end of a comeback. He scored 9 goals in 10 AFC Champions League appearances last season, Anderson Lopez. And has 18 of them in 25 appearances in that competition. making his mark in AFC Champions League Two as well. All over, Ramon Tanque with another header. Oh, he's such a threat in the air. Lovely shape on that delivery. William Barros. Ramon Tanque is just so dominant in those positions. You just need to lift it up into him. He's going to win those. Franz Boutros has gone down with an injury. Good for Persib Bandung in this match, and also going forward. He's an important player for the side. Franz Boutros, his versatility and his quality. Well, he's looking a lot fitter, Anderson Lopez. See with the pace that he's shown in this game. Some question marks about his conditioning. He first came to the club with some of his performances in the Singapore Premier League. But he's been big for the Lion City Sailors in this competition. And he's looked good tonight. Not just the goal that he scored, but his link-up play has been very solid. Not really had much of a chance with any of those 3 goals. Teja Pakualam. Persib fans have gone silent for the moment. Persib not having many of their famous Boboto in attendance tonight. Incredible fan base, known for their choreography, chants and unrelenting support. It's a group that creates an incredible atmosphere for the players at home when they're able to travel in bigger groups. Ones in attendance tonight have done their best. Clock back underway. Franz Boutros is all right to continue. So the 2 changes that Rankovic made with Lestien and Hami Shaheen coming in have both made a big impact. Players picking up an assist since coming on. Hay, William, back to Hay. Franz Boutros with a cutback! Another save by Susak. It was William with the effort. Hay really driving the game for Persib. He's been fantastic for them. Scooped up for Klopp. Some wonderful saves coming in from Ivan Susak. I guess if you're being critical of the attacker in that situation, it's hit straight down the middle. You want to put a bit more direction and placement on it. This is the coming together between Susak and Ramon. Holding off William Barros. Now it's the Sailors' turn to take their time with these restarts. Done by William Barros. Taken away from Lopez. It's off the back of Ramon. Franz Boutros recovers it for Persib.
Ladies and gentlemen, the total attendance for today's match is 2,578. Thank you for your
2,578 in attendance this evening at Bishan Stadium. Sold out for this fixture. William Barros. A lot more confident now, Susak. The way he's dominating his penalty area. We've got a lot of height in that back line, but perhaps not much pace. Persib Bandung. Well, Lion City Sailors, even if they go on to win this, it'll keep them alive going into match day 6. They'll need another win, and they will need to hope for a favour from Bangkok United. They'll be up against Persib Bandung in that last match of the group. If it stays this way, then the Sailors will have the advantage over Persib Bandung in the head-to-heads. And that's what it comes down to. And if the Sailors and Persib finish level on points, it will be the Singapore side that will go through. Sadil. Ramon. Reinders. As Hay. William. Too close to Susak. They do look dangerous every time they get forward. Persib Bandung. Been very good at creating opportunities and putting crosses into the area. Sailors actually haven't found an answer to deny those multi-box entrances being created by Persib Bandung. Sami Shaheen. Tankovic. Took his time with that. Got it away before Ramon Tanque put a challenge in. His clock being squeezed out. It did come off Costa last. Just trying to keep Persib away from their goal as much as they can. Persib Bandung, 40 shots in this match, 7 of them on target. Sailors with 7, 4 of those being within the frame of the goal. Matricardi swiftly onto Reinders. Sadil up against Lestien. It's well defended by the Belgian. And goes down clutching his ribs. That's his lower back actually. He took a knee into the lower back there, Maxime Lestien. Very settled in Singapore, along with his family, loving life with the Lion City Sailors. He's thinking about what he can do to change things up, Boyan Hodak. Asked about whether his side felt any pressure coming into this game, and he was very quick to say it was the Lion City Sailors who needed the win, so it was the home side who were going to be under pressure. But if they end up losing this, Persib will be under pressure in their final match at home. Booking here for Anderson Lopez. first one, but there was a high arm on the second. First one's okay. That's just good centre forward play. Second one though, arm elevated. And connecting with the face of Matricardi, and he didn't quite help himself, Anderson Lopez, with the kick out after that. Perhaps if he just stopped, he might have got away without the booking. Too many matches, Boyan Hodak. Persib, remember, coming into this fixture, having won all of the last 7 games in all competitions. They've also been very good at keeping clean sheets. 6 clean sheets in the last 7 matches. He was also asked about whether he's happy with where his squad is now, and he said that things have gotten a lot better. Expected they made all those changes to the playing roster. It was going to take some time for them to get into a real flow. A good run of form now. So you have a look at the quiet Persib Bandung fans. Not so quiet are the crew, to stay in your picture. Enough. It's going to come back at the Lion City Sailors again via Reinders. William Barros with that flick on. And they're not stopping the crosses from coming in. And if they go on to win this, of course, it's the result that matters, but in their analysis, when it comes to working on things to improve upon, going forward, they'll be looking at those situations, saying they've got to try and stop the first ball from coming in. Things getting heated up. Costa involved in an altercation with William Barros. Sailors fans asking for a red card. He and Song Myong having an argument as well. It's shared between the two and the T, trying to keep the peace. And Costa having to just be careful here. The referee looking to take the gentle approach with both players, just a talking to. Didn't look like there was too much in it, to be honest. He went over, a bit of frustration from William Barros. A shove from Barros, yes, the evidence of that, but really not enough to send the player off for that one, even though Costa was trying his best. Then William in trouble. Obviously, if you're a Lion City Sailors fan, you'll be expecting the red. Back underway. That's Klopp, first time. And Otan also with a first time clearance. Ramon, they want the flag, but it stays down. Klopp. Clever touch. Need to deal with it. Again, no hesitation. Susak eventually gets it away, but Lionel Tan wasn't too pleased. Boutros into Ramon. Ami, solid as a rock. That's too much for Lestienne. Hey. Well, Persib Bandung and the Lion City Sailors getting ready to make a change late on in this contest. Hey, curls one in. Finds Ramon again. Look at that hesitation. And once more, that Sailors backline looking for Susak to help them sweep up.
Number 7,
A change for the Lion City Sailors. Shawal Anwar, who scored in the 62nd minute to make it 2-all. He's going to be coming off to be replaced by Abdul Razak. Singapore international striker Abdul Razak hasn't been part of the Singapore squad in recent windows. He'll try and work his way back. Persib Bandung with 2 changes. Barba, one of them. And the other is the number 10, William Moreira. The Winders will go over to right back. Razak. That's exactly what Alexander Rankovic wants from the young man. So slight change in the balance for Persib Bandung with Barba going on to play at left back. Reinders will play it right back in Franz Boutros' position. William Moreira will join in the attack. Looks like it'll be a front 4 in the closing stages of this one. Federico Barba, former Italy under-21 international, joined Persib Bandung at the end of August. AS Roma youth product. Helps it forward. Dengue not getting the free kick. Doesn't matter, it's going to be a throw. So a minimum of 6 minutes. Plenty of time for more drama here at Bishan Stadium. Lion City Sailors looking for the win that will keep them in this competition. Persib looking for the point that will put them through. Launched forward by Matricardi. Ramon. William. And they will take that, the Lion City Sailors. 29-year-old Brazilian. Joined the club in July, was previously with Arima. Scored 5 goals and picked up 6 assists in 19 league appearances for them. As Lenateu got the goal scoring started in the 9th minute. Costa on to Lopez. Cleanly by Reinders. Goikachea, Matricardi. Clever first time pass out to Barba. Sadel. Another cross lifted in for Ramon! Tom Hay. Clean catch by Susak. Time and time again, the Lion City Sailors allowing the crosses to come in. And Ramon once more meets a delivery from out wide. That's another waste for Persib. Reinders into William Moreira. Barba. Gets direction but no distance. Song Yong. Ramon. T back helping out. Space for Lestienne on the far side. If they can find him on the break. It's a clever pass by Song. He just held up on the pitch for Lestienne. It needed to go into space for him. Not a chance to kill this one off for the Lion City Sailors. Instead, they're back under pressure. Moreira looking for Ramon. There was a late challenge on Costa. Yep, it's been given. Brave header by Costa. Getting the job done. Getting in the way. Going to take the contact. He had to. It's an excellent header away, and it's a really good bit of contact to take. A free kick which eases the pressure on his side. Adds to the frustration for Persib Bandung. Wall of noise here at Bishan Stadium. Both sets of fans. Incredible level of support for their side. Well, they've been treated to another classic. It's been another dramatic game of football between the Lion City Sailors and Persib Bandung. Goycochea onto Hay. Just looking for that one moment. Persib. Goycochea with space. And the Sailors defense quite rightly asking the question of their central midfielders. Where was the protection? Look at Goycochea. How he picks this one up. Top of the box. Doesn't catch it cleanly. But a knack for scoring goals in the Malaysia Super League. Luciano Goycochea. He scored 2 goals for Persib in 7 domestic league appearances for them. Barkovic. Anywhere will do now for the home side. Past the 6-minute mark. It's a minimum of 6 minutes. It's in the referee's hands now. It's up to him. Might be a bit more added on because Costa went down. And Hay making the point to the referee, saying they're taking the time here, ref. Well, of course they are. If you're with the Lion City Sailors, that's exactly what you're going to do. Lopez. Good work, but Persib come away with it. Goycochea. Lestienne, who will be booked. Taken quickly. William Moreira. And a waste. That was it. That is it for Persib Bandung. And the Lion City Sailors of Singapore have done it. Came into this game with the pressure on. 3 points a must to stay alive in the competition, and they've delivered. Leonard T with the opening goal in the 9th minute. Persib Bandung with a quick response through Franz Boutros in the 11th to make it 1-1. Andrew Young with the go-ahead goal for Persib in the 56th. The Sailors were looking in trouble, but Shawal Anwar made it 2-2 in the 62nd before Anderson Lopez got the winning goal in the 71st minute, his 5th of this season's competition. Those changes from off the bench with Lestienne and Hamish Shaheen coming on making a massive impact for the Lion City Sailors. They stay alive in the AFC Champions League Two, up to 7 points now. The pressure is back on Persib Bandung. They need a result in the last game against Bangkok United. The Lion City Sailors, all they can do is win in their final match as well and see what happens elsewhere. They got the job done tonight at Bishan. It finishes here. The Lion City Sailors 3, Persib 2.
Join us and we'll see you soon. Good night.